one thing, and it records a video as well.
Yeah, that's what I've got. This headset that's it's a Xbox Live headset. It actually does
Right.
a really good job of being clear, no pops or anything.
Yeah, that's like the hardest part is like you'll get guys who like want to come on and talk, but they don't have like a headphone. And I'm like, okay, the audio is gonna be like not great, but it's still fine. Like we're not trying to fucking win an Oscar or anything, but
Sure. You know, Moss had a really good point about Pitcast and how he's basically doing it, and all those guys are doing it as a almost like a yearbook. It's how they are documenting this time so they can look back at it in 20 years and they can listen to Pitcast and the website that they have set up. That's what it's for. It's for them. It's not for outside users. It's so that they know that there is a record of all this stuff, and so they can go back and say, "Hey, remember that event that we did at this brewery on this year, and somebody won, and somebody had a cool deck." They can go back and look at that stuff for posterity, and I think that that's a really neat idea.
it's yeah, that's pretty cool. Like I don't think we've ever like between me and Mark, I don't think we've ever had a deep thought like that about like we were just like we were sitting around at this like it's called the Oak Hill Tavern. It used like the house I used to have. It was like 2 miles away, and it's like a fucking dive bar. It's where we should have the next like Texas event because
Sure.
like we could probably rent that entire place for the day, and people like the bar. Like I'm pretty sure like it's a front that they sell drugs and shit out of there, which is fine. But like we could probably rent that place for the day, indoor, outdoor. They love when we'd show up because we would sit there and I'd be like, just keep the drinks coming. We're gonna get fucked up for like 2 hours, and then we'll get out of your hair. And like the dude sitting at the end of the bar who's for sure not a drug dealer, uh, like who's been there since they opened at 11. He was like coming over to check it out. Like old ladies would show up like after work and be like, "Oh, my child plays that game." I'd be like, "Not these cards, but yeah, I bet he does." Like, bet he does. And they would like sit there and watch us like it was like their fucking entertainment. I'm like, just it was kind of fun. We don't have like there's cool bars in San Antonio, I guess, but like not really. They're like either like dive bars or you want to go downtown and like hit like a tourist trap or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're already recording. I'm not going to cut any of this anyhow. All right, so this is probably episode 12. In fact, it probably is. Yeah, it's episode 12. We'll call it episode 12 of This Whole Deck. I have Mr. Cameron Wall here joining me from about 3 hours south. And we're going to draft the cube that I built. I have it put into Cube Cobra, which is like how I keep my draft stuff together. And yeah, so that's what we're going to do. I have it pulled up. Hopefully, if you're watching this video, you can see the cards I have shared on the screen. If not, we'll just tell you the picks, and I'll probably go through the cards in the pack briefly, but not describe all of them because if you're listening to this cast, you probably know what half of them do anyhow. So, yeah. So, what else you got, Cam?
I just wanted to ask you about the inspiration for this cube and really kind of big picture. What are you looking to get out of it when you sit down to play this cube with your buddies?
Yes. Okay. Thanks for re-asking that question. The reason we built this cube, or like what I'm trying to get out of it is that you can bring an old school experience without having to have for anybody else to have a deck, right? So what we had in Texas was like I had a deck, like maybe a deck and a half. Mark had a deck and a half, and then everybody else had like a deck worth of cards, right? Like we don't have like a deep card pool. But if I bring a cube, we can get that like different deck experience, like different play experience, different play pattern experience, uh, whenever we play it, right? So that was kind of like the inspiration behind it. Now the cards in the cube, dude, I straight up stole this shit. Like Martin Berlin, I'll post his original list. I modified it ever so slightly, but Martin Berlin has like an old school cube list posted on some like German or Dutch website, and I had to translate it and all that shit. But that's where I got it from, and it's he's obviously smarter at Magic than I am, so it like is like truly balanced. Like all the colors are fairly well balanced between like what their intended effect is in old school, and then like by color, by creatures, all that stuff. Like the CMC values are pretty well balanced. I'll put like I have a analysis, which I'll try and open up in a new tab here. Assuming yeah, there we go. So like if you look at the averages and the medians, like this deck was like, or this cube was built, and he like really put some thought into it. Like if you look at the counts, pretty well even. The like how like their ranked scores are pretty well even too. So like not one color is overpowered comparatively. They're all pretty set. Like you could say red might be a little bit overpowered, but we're talking tenths of a point here.
That's really, really interesting. I know I've built my own cube before with old school, middle school. We were just talking about this cards, but I thought that was one of the most fun parts about it because I put everything in a spreadsheet and then I sorted it by mana value and color and type to try and make
Mhm.
sure you're never going to balance everything, right? Because
Yeah.
like white has a lot of creatures and green has a lot of creatures. Blue didn't have as many creatures, but had more instance and sorceries. And so I tried to make the mana values like you're showing here on the screen
Yeah.
roughly equal, because you want people to be able to do stuff. If you just fill your cube with 6 drops and there's nothing in between, it's
You're right. It's cool. It's cool. Turn 7. Like it gets cool. Yeah.
yeah.
And so what's kind of cool about this Cube Cobra is that you can like look at they like keep all their data, so you can like look at pick
Mhm.
rates.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So obviously it's old school, so blue's a little bit overpowered comparatively,
Yeah.
but like it's between blue and red, they're probably your best. I mean, same as in Magic, right? Like blue and red are pretty well powered, but everything else fairly power the same, right?
Yeah, it's tough to beat a red aggro or a red sly
Yeah.
deck in cube just because there's usually so many cheap aggressive creatures in burn, and the whole point is to get them down to 0. And so yeah, it's pretty sweet.
And the
I
blue's got it's a full set of power. It's a powered cube,
yeah.
so obviously the pick rates are going to be way higher for blue than most.
Did you leave anything out of this cube intentionally because you don't like the play pattern or anything like that?
Yeah, there's a couple cards, and I'm replacing a couple other ones that I have left in here so far. But I got rid of uh, Old Man of the Sea in blue.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and I just ordered a Suvin Doppelganger to replace it.
Yeah.
Because there's a bunch of clone effects in blue, but I didn't want I have a preacher in here for white so they can steal stuff. But the only like blue steal is like a control magic, just because it's a classic card.
Mhm.
And then what other? Hold on, let me pull up my note real quick. I got rid of a couple other small things.
Yeah, I mean this isn't rocket surgery here, but
No,
any
no,
sort
no,
of
no.
repeatable effect, it can just be devastating in cube and probably feel really overpowered. I mean that's again, I'm not a pro cuber. I've only done it a few times, but I'm starting to love this format and this stuff. I'm really looking forward to sitting down doing this with you today.
Yeah, it'll be good. The other cuts, and some of these were budgetary, some of these were for like technical reasons,
Uh-huh.
but all of the like 3-color legends,
Yeah.
aka the super ass expensive legends, I cut those out for a couple reasons. They're people like outside of like Hazazon, which is played, the rest of these like don't have great effects on them.
Yeah.
And if I got an FBB, like an Italian Renaissance one, nobody would know what they do anyhow. So I'd have to buy an English one because I want to be able to have people just sit down and play it without having
Sure.
to like they can just read the card, right?
Yeah.
So I got rid of all those, and I'm just putting in the Elder Dragons. There is equally unplayable, but I think there's a little bit more flavor in having the Elder Dragons in those spots compared to these cards.
And do you have Eureka in
Yeah,
here?
I have you in there.
Yeah, and do you have like Animate
Oh,
Dead
of
or
course.
anything? All
Yeah.
House Eve? Yeah. So
All
so
that stuff's
that
in.
stuff, yeah, that stuff becomes all of a sudden a lot more playable for things like that.
Yeah. And I cut a
Okay.
Hellfire because it's unplayable, and then the Serendib Jin. I'm not sure whether that's going to be yet. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, you just play Matmati Jin. It's the same thing.
Yeah, there's one in there.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Well,
Yeah, so
cool.
that's kind of it's neat. It's a neat cube.
Okay, well, you want to jump into this?
Yeah. Okay. So what we have is like I just pulled up like the draft, like the bot drafts. So there are 7 other like computers drafting against us, and we're just picking. And so it'll show us the cards at the bottom, so we don't have to like memorize what we're picking here.
That's sweet.
And then quickly, if you're listening to this on the podcast, like on radio, if you will, this first pack is Scavenger
He-
Folk.
heavy
What's up?
green. Heavy
Heavy
green.
Green, Scavenger Folk, Whirling Dervish, Living Plane, Two-Headed Giant, Mox Emerald, Scavenger Goblins. I'm not gonna say that word. Onulet, whatever. Channel.
Onulet.
Yeah. The card nobody wants to really play. Urg Raiders, Royal Assassin, Goblin Flotilla, Dragon Engine, Clay Statue, Ashes to Ashes, Stone Giant. So I think on this first pick, I'm either going Scavenger Folk or Royal Assassin. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, my first impression is this is not a great pack. There's no
It doesn't have a bomb. It doesn't have removal.
there's no windmill slam. I like Scavenger Folk. I like the emerald just to keep like we don't need the green, but acceleration is always going to be fun. The thing that scares me off Royal Assassin is then it puts us into heavy black already. And as we know in old school, black is a little underpowered, but
a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I like Scavenger Folk. I like Emerald. All the other ones are kind of busted. We could go Living Plane, but then we're gonna have to go hard in the paint on that one.
Yeah. Let's go Emerald.
Sure.
And stay open. And
sure. I like it.
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
And assuming my internet's gonna work good, there it is. Okay. Pack 2. I know. Angelic. Oh, okay. So Nether Void. I need to replace this card in this cube. I was talking to Mark about this. It's not a great play pattern inside the cube because if you slam it on turn 4, it's not great. Okay. Angelic Voices, Doran Soldier, Nether Void, War Mammoth, Mirror Universe, Hell's Caretaker, Juzum Djinn, Counterspell, Hyperion Blacksmith, Water Elemental, Thicket Basilisk, Copy Artifact, Armageddon, and Millstone. I would like to do the Mirror Universe here. I don't know what your thoughts are.
Yeah, no, I like the mirror. I mean, we could argue for Jazam, we could argue for Counterspell. I like Copy Artifact just because it's flexible, but yeah, mirror gives us a cool kind of angle to attack on. I mean, Geddon is good if you build around it, but let's take the mirror and move on.
Yeah, let's see what happens here.
Heavy artifacts already. You got.
I know. Oh, there's a lot of blue and red in here too. That's something we need to consider.
Oh baby.
Yep. Steel Artifact, Red Elemental Blast, Banala Shiro, Crumble, Spitting Slug, Recall, Zephyr Falcon, Volcanic Island, Workshop, Triskelion, Stone Rain, Spell Blast, and Colossus of Sardia. Do we take the Triskelion and see if we can wield the shop, or take the shop, see if we can wield the Triskelion?
I think that shop will wheel. I would rather take the trike because the trike is just such a huge bomb. These cube matches are usually a little slower.
Yeah.
And I think we can get that workshop.
We'll get it on the way back. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Easy pick for me.
Steel Artifact would be another cool one, except we're taking all artifacts.
Yeah, I think we'll get and I think we can get that on the way back too.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man. Okay. Gauntlets of Chaos. Yep. Armor Thrall, Hazazon, because I haven't cut him yet. Solkanar, Brassman, Gauntlet of Might, Boomerang, Stormseeker, Icy Manipulator, Mahamodi, Amka Mishra, Sunken City. So we're taking Icy Manipulator, right?
Yeah, we are. Okay. Snap take. And look, we're still colorless. You know,
we're still open, which is probably confusing our robot opponents. Mm-hmm. Acacian Town, Stasis. Our Gravian Blacksmith, Sylvan Library, Drain Life, River Merfolk, Ghost Ship, Obsidian Golem, Inferno, Force of Nature, and Phantasmal Terrain. Man,
this one is a little.
This is a tougher one.
Yeah, this one's tougher for me. Like nothing is jumping out at me.
I like either Ghost Ship.
Yeah.
or Inferno. Ghost Ship is hard to deal with because it's a 2/4 and you can regenerate it. It puts you in heavy blue.
Yeah,
Inferno is just good removal.
I mean, unless you think Sylvan Library is going to be a powerful
It's
effect here with the
it's
mirror, because remember
not.
we have Mirror Universe.
Okay, yeah. Okay, Sylvan
That
Library.
that may be the take here.
Yeah,
If we can start thinking maybe combo.
yeah. Oh no, we're in for combo because we have a lot of artifact pieces. I think.
Yeah.
All right. Bad Moon, Palladium Moors, Brash Claw Orcs, Phyrexian Gremlins, Uthin Troll, J-Tome, Night Stalker, Amnesia, Deathlock, and then Shahrazard. Tome?
Yeah, I would say Tome.
We still got two
There's not
packs
going to
of
be a lot
colors.
of card draw in this cube.
No,
I
no,
think
no, no.
the filtering is going to be important for us.
Pendlehaven, Rasputin, Mountain Yeti, Land's Edge, Archaeologist, Wall of Wonder, Unholy Strength, Woolly Wolf, and Jurassic Egg.
I mean, I would snap take Rasputin. One, because he's one of my favorite cards, but also if we can get him into play, then we can immediately pull those counters off and cast Trike or Mirror Universe. He combos real well with them. Maybe there's a Coffin in our future. Maybe there's Caracas in our future. He does a lot of cool things with artifacts. Creates a lot of mana.
Okay, I'm sold on that.
I'm liking how this is shaping up.
It's nice because like the land base will support most of this.
Yeah.
Falling Star, Underworld Dreams, Pyrotechnics, Halfdane, Thornthalid, Ernie, Soul Exchange, and Gaseous Form. We got some green, so I think Ernie's not a bad choice here. Or if we want some removal in red,
Yeah, because we're not sold in any direction yet. I mean, I like your idea of just taking the value Ernie.
okay,
It's a nice body.
yeah,
We already
easy
have
to cast.
Icy and Triskelion. So we have some decent removal. I do like Falling Star though. If we were a little heavier red,
Yeah, I wonder if that'll come back around or not. Because that's our
I'm
our
surprised it
pick.
hasn't got picked. Okay, so we got our original pack
Dude.
back.
I think original pack: Scavenger Folk, Dervish, Living Plane, the Goblin, Urg Raiders, Goblin Flotilla, Stone Giant. I'm inclined to go green here and take the Scavenger Folk.
Yeah, I am too. The only thing that might be kind of wacky is if we took that Living Plane and went and tried to combo out with the Trike, but I think you're smart. Let's stick with the Scavenger Folk, and that keeps us from committing too much to green.
Yeah, it's just a double green. Not that there's two of each duel in this deck, but okay. Angelic Voice, Darwin Soldier, Nether Void, War Mammoth, Hyperion Blacksmith, Thicket Basilisk. I want to say Thicket Basilisk here because there's a lore in this deck, so we could have that as well.
Yeah, I mean it's another big body to go with Urnum. Well, hopefully we get some more acceleration here, maybe a Mana Vault or a Soul Ring or something coming off the top, and that'll help us cast some of these big expensive cards.
And it's all in there too, so we'll just have to see what pack 2 and 3 look like. Go ahead.
So looking at this pack, this is Red Elemental Blast, Benalish Hero, Crumble, Slug, and Spell Blast. I mean, I'm almost thinking about taking the Crumble right now as a defensive measure.
Yep, I agree. Because if we need it late game, we can just crumble one of our own things to stay in the game.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. The Spell Blast is a little tempting, but yeah. Okay. Now we're starting to get into scraps.
Stormseeker, just to stay on green for this pack.
Yep.
I actually think we take this. This pack is Blacksmith, Inferno, Force of Nature. I actually think we take Inferno, or we take the Force of Nature and hope to get like a reanimate effect or something. But I think Inferno is the right call.
Let's do it. Let's take the Inferno.
And we'll take Palladium Moors. Well, that's two choices: are Palladium Moors and another unplayable legend. This one's got more 7/7. Can't say no. Okay,
we're just drafting.
Auto drafting now. And the last card we're taking is Unholy Strength.
Okay.
All right, you can read pack 2 because I'm gonna lose my voice.
Okay. I can't. What is that first card?
Oh yeah, sorry, you
Oh,
can't scroll over it. I can though.
okay. So
First
so
card,
this one's going to
unstable
be
mutation.
pretty easy. It's Unstable Mutation, Black Lotus, Mind Stab Thrall, Ziria Arin, Flood, Scrubland, Greater Realm of Preservation, Desert, Badlands, Blight, Crusade. What is that? Spirit
Spirit Link,
Link. Yeah,
Wild Growth.
Wild Growth, Hercules, and Basil Thrall. I mean, I think this is a Snap Lotus.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna. I don't think we need to discuss the rest of those.
Yeah,
I think that's a pretty easy pick.
that's yeah. We missed on the shot, but I think this will help. Okay, we've got Fallen Angel, Javelineer, Hasran Ogress, Weakness, City in a Bottle, Underground Sea, Synastian Falconer, Holy or Acacian
Arcation
Priest.
Priest.
Yeah, what is that? Knowledge Vault.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Kudzu. Let's see, Shatterstorm, Ice Storm, Time Elemental, Dark Ritual. If that was a green dual land, I'd say let's
Yeah,
take
that'd be
it.
an easy keep.
Yeah, the City in the Bottle hurts us with our Urnum. I mean, you want to take Knowledge Vault here?
Yes. Let's.
Uh,
Yeah.
or Ice. I mean, we could always take Ice Storm. I don't know how many lands are in. How many of the specialty lands are in this cube?
All of them.
Okay.
But like, how many of them really matter? Like, there's 4 factories, and then 4 city of brass, one of everything else. I
Okay.
don't think attacking land is the way to go.
Okay.
I think, yeah, let's do Knowledge Vault. We'll
Okay.
just
I
play it
like Knowledge
spicy.
Vault. Okay. So now we got Mesa Pegasus, James Day Tome, Blast, Hypnotic Spectre, Dancing Scimitar, Walking Dead. Disc is interesting. Killer
Yeah.
Bees. There's our anime Dead.
I think, yeah. We can read the rest of the cards. I think that's the card we take.
Yeah.
But
Detonate, Disenchant's pretty good. Stone Throwing Devils, and then Giant Growth. Yeah, I think we take the Animate Dead. We've got so many fatties at
we
this.
got some big guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get one. Like, this is a good this pack right here is a good one. We'll get that back.
That was a good pack. Okay, here we go. We've got Sedge Troll, Blue Elemental Blast. That's Feral Zealot, Acacian Lieutenant, Hand of Justice, Gwendolyn, Obulette or Oubliette, Kumbaj. Yeah,
I think it's Oubliette. I don't know.
Kumbaj Witches, Order Lightbeer, Tsunami, Cockatrice, and Holy Light. Man, I mean, I like
It's like a heavy white pack.
Yeah,
I do too.
Yeah, let's take the Cockatrice.
It's weird that me and you would draft like big green creatures. Who would have thought that would have happened?
Well, our first colored pick was blue white. Now it looks like we're going green black.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Probably picking some not great colors here. That's okay.
That's okay. All right.
I think we take. Yeah.
Yeah, that's infantry.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Eternal
Flame. Dude, it's a good card. Okay. I also, that's card signed in my cube, which is kind of cool.
Okay.
Power Sync, Savannah, Goblin of the Flar, Keepers of Faith, Mana Barbs, Daralore, Rook Egg, Balance, Ironclaw Orcs. I actually think we take the land here.
Okay, let's take the land. I like that because we've got heavy green that'll help us cast Rasputin. I like Balance just because it bails you out of so many problems, but again, we're not super heavy white here, so I like the Savannah.
Okay. I think Balance is probably the correct call, but let's take.
I mean, it's arguably the most powerful card in Old School. You could make a lot of arguments for and against it, but okay. So this
Morris Cavalry, Beast of Bogarden, Barbary Apes, Lord of the Pit, Nicol Bolas, Orcish Artillery, Order of the Ebon Hand, Granite Gargoyle, Witch Hunter, and then Stang. I want to go Stang here.
Okay.
We're already in red and green. I mean,
the other thing we can think about is both Lord of the Pit and Nicol Bolas are both excellent reanimate targets. And so, Lord of the Pit will do us a bunch of damage if we don't have a creature to sack to him. Nicol Bolas, if we can't pay for him, he's just buried. And so he's not going to do anything bad to us. I think his floor is higher than Lord of the Pits.
Okay.
Plus, if we actually do swing in with him and do damage, the game is basically over at that point. So I like taking Nicol Bolas. Maybe we look for an All Hallows Eve or something like that in the future to help us out. But
yeah, we still have another pack to go. Okay. All right. I think this thing's going to come around anyhow.
yeah.
Yes. Yes. Okay. We know what we're doing. Okay.
The whole game just shifted.
We're done here. Unsummon, Preacher, All Hallows Eve, Karma, Hymn to Torok, Master of the Hunt, Thunder Spirit, Tetsuo. Okay, All Hallows Eve. We don't need to discuss the rest of it.
Yep. All right.
All
So
right,
now
we're gonna reanimate.
we have a big artifacts with a reanimator.
And we have the J-Tome, so we can discard them. Oh god, it's gonna be good.
So now be real aggressive about taking big overcosted creatures. Like in this pack, we have a Serra Angel.
Yeah, so it's Goblin Balloon Brigade, Sinkhole, Blacksmith, War Drums, Serra Angel, Kurt Ape, Juxtapose, and Cyclone. I think it's Serra Angel easy.
Yeah, let's take the Serra Angel.
All right. We're back to our first pack. Unstable Mutation, Mindsap Thrall, Zera Arian, Greater Realms of Preservation, Blight, Crusade, Basal Thrall. I actually think we go Basal Thrall here because it is just mana acceleration. It gives you 2 black basically.
Sure. And again, at this point, we don't have to get a bunch of playables out. Yeah. I mean, we've already got some good stuff here. So yeah, this pack is Fallen Angel, Javelineer, Hasran Ogress, Synastian, Kudzu, and Shatterstorm. I mean, we could almost take stuff like the Shatterstorm just to keep it out of,
and keep it from
somebody else blowing us out. Yeah.
Yeah, let's take that. I think we might be able to get that Fallen Angel. Well, I guess we won't get it back, but. Mesa Pegasus, Walking Dead, Killer Bees, Detonate, Giant Growth. I actually think we just take the Detonate here.
Sure. Let's do it.
We can splash red just for some removal pieces.
Yep.
Zealot, Lieutenant, Gwendolyn, Tsunami.
Yeah, I don't think it matters. Maybe just take the Gwendolyn.
Yeah. Eternal Flame, Goblins of the Floor, Greater Realm, or Keepers of the Faith.
What does Eternal Flame do?
Okay. Eternal Flame does an amount of damage to your opponent equal to the number of mountains you control, but it also deals half of that amount of damage, rounding up to you.
For 2 and 2 red.
Yeah, it's a value play. We're gonna take that just to get it off the board.
Sure.
We got the Stang.
We got the Stang.
The other one. Okay, and we got one of our hate pieces out too, which was a Karma. Okay.
Oh man. Okay. So
I'm gonna read the pack, but I think we already know where we're going. Okay.
The pack is very interesting.
All right. Argothian Pixies, Hurricane, Coffin, Bayou, Demonic Torment, Earthquake, Serendipity, Greed, Drop of Honey, Desert Twister, Lightning Bolt, Control Magic, Giant Spider, Regrowth, and Guardian Beast. I think to stay on flavor here, I know there's a lot of good cards in this pack. This pack is busted. I think we take the Coffin.
Yeah, I mean, this pack is absolutely broken in half. We could justify taking one of about 8 or 9 cards here. Let's take the Coffin and stay with our Rasputin and Trike combo. We have Reanimator. We have these cool interactions. I mean, obviously Bolt and Control Magic are just absolute bombs, but let's take the Coffin and see if we can get it rolling.
There might be a play there to buy that, to get that Bayou, but I think we'll see it again.
Yeah, that Bayou is going to wheel.
All right. Gosbon, Ogre, Juwan, Ifrit, Knight of Thorn, Primal Clay, Black Vice, Osai Vultures, Moss Monster, Sword of the Ages, Firestorm Phoenix, Dan, Meekstone, Disrupting Scepter, Bazaar of Baghdad, King Suleiman. Okay, there are two. I think we take the Bazaar.
Yeah,
And
we
hopefully
absolutely
wield
take
the
the
sword.
Bazaar.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I before I saw the Bazaar, I'm like, we're gonna take the sword easily.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
It's like no, Bazaar. I mean, we have the Reanimator package now. We have all.
This is. I think we're good here.
Oh man, this one's pretty good too.
Okay. Fissure, Argothian Tree Folk, Time Twister, Pestilence, Eureka, Island Sanctuary, Rock of Kurgan Ridges, Fire Sprites, Giant Tortoise, Goblin King, Disintegrate, Remove Soul, Juggernaut. What I know you want the Eureka, but
I want
that
the
what you want?
Eureka so
Okay.
bad
All right.
because I think now we just draft the biggest creature we could find. That Disintegrate is hard to pass up, especially with our little red splash. But I think that if we're gonna go for the Gusto, we go for it now.
Yeah, I think Eureka and any of our creatures in hand is good, and we just play like green, black, splash red.
Yep.
And I highly doubt that Disintegrate's going to wield, but we might get the Fissure or something like that.
I mean, Juggernaut would be good for us. The
Yep.
Rock is not bad.
Fireball,
Fireball is a
easy pick here.
Windmill Slam.
Rest of what's in here is Savannah Lions, Pikeman, Factory, Rabinia, Divine Transformation, Elves of the Deep Shadow, Azure Drake, Scarwood Bandits, Shatter, and then a Wall of Swords. I think we take the Fireball, and then we'll probably get that Elves on the return for.
Yeah, I was like that Elves is tempting, but like if we're gonna go red or have a little bit of red here, like
just a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Back and Back, Blackblade, Nightmare, Crawlworm, Elven Riders, Goblin Digging Team, Wall of Air, Dust to Dust, Untamed Wilds, Elvish Archers, Divine Offering, Ball Lightning. I actually think it might be Untamed Wilds.
I was just gonna say Untamed Wilds gets us a forest, right? Not a basic forest.
Plains, island, swamp. Mountain,
so no,
forest.
it gets us a basic. Okay, so it's great fixing. Yeah, let's take that. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say the Crawworm is also kind of tempting with the other package, but yeah, let's get a little bit of fixing.
Crawworm comes back around. I think it comes back around. Tundra Wolves, Scrib Sprites, Sorcerer's Queen, Aduin Oaken Shield, Grizzly Bears, Black Knight, Jasmine Boreal, Shivan Dragon, Fork, Brothers of Fire. So we're just taking Shivan?
I'd say take the Shivan.
Even if we don't use it, just makes so it won't get played.
I mean, it's a great animate target. It's a great Eureka. I mean, that's one of the most iconic cards. I kind of liked that Aiden Oakenshield, which would help smooth out the difference between Eureka and Animate and the Reanimator package. But I think that's the right call.
All right. Yotaran Soldier, Lurker, Personal Incarnation, Fire Elemental, Bog Wraith, Bloodlust, Northern Paladin, Immolation, and Nebuchadnezzar. What are you thinking here?
You know, if we're looking at our, our Eureka package, our Reanimator package, the Fire Elemental.
If we do Eureka.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing that I like here is keeping it red and going with that Bloodlust, because that's basically 4 extra damage for 2 mana on top of whatever else we've got going on. So that's tempting to me. Okay. I mean, the Immolation is removal for small creatures, which might be helpful because we got a lot of big expensive spells.
That's a good point. Let's do Immolation. I think that's probably the right card. We are light on removal. We're not that bad. We have Fireball down there, Inferno.
I also like using Bloodlust in defense when you need to take out something bad.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So I mean, the one of the perfect Reanimator targets here. Although you
Yeah.
got to be careful with a 40 card deck is deep spawn.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. We got like 9, 10, like 10
mean,
actual targets for our to do this with. Okay, so in this pack, White Knight, Dragon Whelp, Army of Allah, Giant Strength, Nova Pinnacle, Kismet, Deep Spawn, and Veteran Bodyguard. The real question is, what would you select over and why? And I think the only other choice here is maybe Nova Pinnacle. So I'm not opposed to a deep spawn. You know what I mean?
yeah, I just like deep spawn because it can start filling up the graveyard if we can get it into play. And plus
Yeah.
with the trample is going to be pretty vicious. I mean, we're not casting any of these creatures, and so
No. Yeah. Let's just commit to the crime.
sure.
All right. Now we should get our original pack back, I think.
Okay.
Yep. And we're in green, right?
Yeah.
So what's left in this pack is Pixies, Hurricane, Demonic Torment, Earthquake, Drop of Honey, Desert Twister, Giant Spider. I actually think we take Desert Twister as a piece of removal.
Sure. Let's do it.
We got some green, I think.
Yeah. I mean, Earthquake is another one that if we were worried about having trouble with an early Savannah Lion or a red or green aggro deck,
Yeah.
you could take that. But okay, so
Getting
we
to the
got
dregs here. Ogre, Efreet, Vultures, Moss Monster, Firestorm Phoenix, and then King Suleiman himself.
yeah,
you
I don't
pick
think any of this stuff's gonna play. Let's take the Phoenix. That Phoenix is a cool looking
Okay.
card.
Nobody knows what it does anyhow. I have to read it every time I
think
It's also-
isn't the one that reanimates itself or brings itself
yeah,
back.
it brings itself back. It fits the theme. Oh, I told you it would come back. Okay, Fissure, Tree Folk, Rock of Kerr Ridges, Fire Sprites, Goblin King. I think Fissure's our choice here.
Yeah, let's take it. I just picked up a nice border extended Fissure. It's really pretty with the colors on it.
Nice. I normally buy white border cards because I'm a cheap person, but I have a playset of like actual the dark Fissures, and they are pretty vibrant colored.
Those are nice.
Savannah Lion, Rabinia, Bandits, Wall of Swords.
Yeah, I don't know that any of these would make our deck. So I would say just take Rubinia so nobody else takes it.
I was like, that's like what hurts us the most if somebody else plays it.
Yeah, because we reek out 2 big creatures. They take one of them and blocks the other one, and we did all that work for nothing.
Same thing here, I think. Dak on Blackblade, Elven Riders, Ball Lightning. I think we take Dak in here.
We could take that, or we could take the Ball Lightning because both under Eureka and Animate Dead. It's 6. Point. Yeah, it's 6 damage. So
let's take Ball Lightning.
Yeah. Again, I don't know that's going to make our deck. I would just take Aiden Ocean Shield.
What's our last card? Yeah, Personal Incarnation. Cool.
6 drop.
Yeah, sweet. Wins the game on the spot. Okay. So we got 45 cards. We did real good. Come on, computer. What did you just do? And as we wait for my internet to load,
Eric just deleted the entire program.
Oh, we know we're doing. Oh, okay. So we can talk about what we do, but I suggest we hit build for me and see what it says.
Sure.
I think it'll come to the same conclusion, but I also am curious. But I think so. How this is set up is we can just pull cards to the sideboard, and we're at 45 cards. Let's just get the garbage out of here real quick.
Yeah. So we're making a 40 card deck. We're looking at probably what would you say, 22 playables and 18 lands?
Yeah.
Okay.
For us, 22 playables, 18 lands. I think we want to go all in on our reanimate plan, right?
Yeah.
This is probably a cut. It does accelerate us, but
I think stuff like Rubinia and Gwendolyn need to go.
yeah.
And then we start looking at these creatures. I mean, we're definitely in green, and I think that we're definitely in red. And then the black is going to be a splash.
I agree. So let me just pull all the green and
Sure.
red cards. And we'll just move all the black ones. I'm going to take Sarah Angel out. I don't
Okay,
think,
that's fine.
because there's no way that we're going to play that.
I mean, why play Sarah when we can play, an Elder Dragon or an Elder Spawn or a Deep Spawn or something like that?
These.
I would play the Cockatrice and not the Thicket Basilisk.
Okay. Firestorm Phoenix,
Probably
Shivan
not.
Dragon.
Yeah.
Noted. Okay, noted that. Shivan Dragon.
Yeah, I would say yes to Shivan.
All right. Stang.
Stang is tough.
Let's put them to the sideboard for now. We can always bring them back.
Sure.
Rasputin, yes.
Yeah.
Triskelion, yes. Deep Spawn, yes. Nicol Bolas, yes.
What is that Elder Dragon?
Palladium
That one.
Wars. Flying
Okay, so
Trample.
that's the one with trample.
It's basically the same thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot we
Yeah.
have the Emerald and Black Lotus.
Yeah, very helpful.
Yeah.
Are we gonna cast any white? I guess it doesn't matter. It's a free roll, so we leave in the Savannah.
So
Bizarre,
we're really looking at 23 cards then.
Yeah, 23 cards. I think Crumble goes to the sideboard.
Yeah.
Unholy Strength for sure goes to the sideboard. Detonate to the sideboard. I think we leave Fireball in.
Yep.
Immolation, I'm a maybe on. I think actually we cut it for now and then bring it back. Yes to Animate Dead. Sylvan Library feels good because we have the tome fixing. Ice Manipulator. I think that goes to the Stormseeker to the sideboard. I think Icy Manipulator. Let's keep it for now, but I think that's an early cut.
Sure.
Knowledge Vault to the side. All Hallows Eve stays in. Shadowstorm to the side. No. I'm not even gonna no. Coffin stays in. Eureka stays in. Because hold on, let's just make this package real quick. All that for sure stays in.
Yeah.
Mirror Universe feels good still. Fissure or Inferno?
I'd say let's keep the Fissure just because it's more flexible for us.
Okay.
Let's see how many cards is that right now?
26 cards right now.
Okay, so we have to cut. I'd say let's cut. Because there's a package in there with Tawnos Coffin and Rasputin, which I like, but we're never going to cast either one of them. We're never going to cast Rasputin.
No, we're not.
And so he helps us if we want to hard cast the Triskelion or the Mirror, but that kind of streamlines us to stay more for that Eureka Reanimator package.
Okay, I'll drop those two. 24 cards, 22 9 creatures, 13 non-creatures.
So we need to get to do we need to drop one more because we have the Savannah here?
No, I think we're
good.
Good, right? Hold on. Let me do some math off screen. Because I'm good at the math. All right, 40 minus 24. Yeah, 16. So we really have 17 lands.
Plus the Emerald, plus the Lotus.
Plus the Lotus. I think we have Untamed Wilds. I think we just add basics.
Okay.
Then we're set. And we can just split it like 8 and 8.
Sure.
Yeah. That is not what I wanted to add. Because we should have added red, not black. No. Oh no, we got to split it more than that. Because we need. How many pips do we have in black?
We just have the 3 of them.
So hold on. Let me add basic lands. Oh, it's not going to let me. I should have just had it calculate.
Will it automatically tell you what your basic lands should be?
It will. It
Wow.
will.
Wow.
It'll give you a guess. I don't know how good it is. Let's just see what it says. We'll get rid of all these lands. Three swamps, 7 forests, 6 mountains. That's probably right.
Sure, that feels okay.
There we go. We did it, gang. And now, how do I take a picture of this bad boy? Or just save it. I'll figure out a picture later. Okay, I'm gonna delete. Oh, don't break. I know, like it's just all gone at the very end. You're like, neat, cool.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, just spend the rest. Just record it again. No, okay. All right, saved. I'll come up with a better picture because I'll just pull all these cards out of the cube, and let's rebuild. Clone and rebuild. Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah, there's definitely some opportunities here for us to really brick in some games if we don't draw the pieces we need. But if we can get a Bazaar and get that rolling early, I mean, we could theoretically get 3, 4, 5 creatures in the bin with off a couple Bazaar activations, and then cast All Hallows Eve, cast Animate to buy us some time, or use the Bazaar to fill up our hand with creatures, and then cast the Eureka.
I think the Bazaar is like
Yeah.
key. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens if we hit build for me. What happens here? It went with the mid-range plan.
Yeah.
Just red, green, mid-range.
Yeah, and see, like, I mean, that's an okay deck, but you've played that forever. I've played that forever.
Yeah.
Like, let's swing for the fences.
Yeah, it put all the animate stuff in the side. Like I'm not gonna save this part, but it put all the animate stuff in the sideboard. Red, green, small black splash for animate dead, and that's it. And just went red, green, mid. Not a bad deck.
Yeah, what's funny is there was a point where we pivoted there. Early on, we could have taken the Mishra's Workshop or Triskelion, and we took the Triskelion. If we would have taken the Workshop, I think we would have stayed on that heavy artifact plan and just kept drafting artifacts and probably picked up that copy artifact and pick up, some counter spells or some blue stuff to surround, because we had
the blue was
options.
good. The blue was good, but I'd have to take a look and see what the bots drafted. I'm not sure how to do that just yet, but I think that they were like, if we thought about it, what we saw come back around was green and white. Like that's like was the open colors, I think, but I don't know.
Yeah, we could have built a really reasonable white aggro deck out of all the Fallen Empires cards. There was Lion, there was Disenchant, there was Preacher. We saw lots.
There was
of
a Crusade in there. Yeah. So
definitely
stuff to think about. The best part is like there's gonna like Simon Christie is gonna like I talk to him about Cube sometimes. He's gonna listen to this podcast and he's gonna just like lose his fucking mind. As we were like drafting, I was like, no, we should take the fucking Ernie. He's probably like yelling at a computer right now how poor of a choice that was.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, you and I are both newbies at Cube, but I think if anybody's even listening to this or watching this or whatever, they can tell that we're having a good time. We're enjoying this, and
this is the best part. We don't even need to play it.
Yeah, like learning is like the whole point. How are we supposed to get better if we don't learn about it? So, I mean, I enjoy this. I enjoy looking through the packs and talking through each choice. I mean, yeah, we could be coming to the absolute wrong conclusion on things, but okay.
It's like what I think about at night. I'm like, oh, like what should I like? There's a bunch of articles out there on like how to actually draft. I just don't care to read them.
Yeah.
This cube is like it has so many bombs and stuff in it that if you just randomly pick cards, you'll come like there will be a conclusion. It'll probably be okay. Like you can't like you're not going to come out unplayable after 3 packs.
I mean, there's a chance too if you draw Black Lotus and you draw Eureka and you draw 2 fatties.
Yeah, and then you're good.
Then the game's over. Yeah. Like you just get out Triskelion and Deep Spawn and the game. I mean, it doesn't matter what they have. So, yeah, I mean, this is definitely you're in my style of like we're swinging for the fences on it. Do we give up some EV by not playing it safe. Sure,
Absolutely.
that's
But
fine.
just look at this package. Like, first,
We
I
got
want
it
to just
all.
like
We got it all.
all of it. Like the only reanimate target that we didn't get was like Soul Exchange. So I'm pretty confident we could have made this work.
Yeah. And again, like we have Nicol Bolas. Nicol Bolas will just end the game. I mean, we may not be able to cast it, but
Yeah, but if we get him out there, we're good to go. We're good to go.
Yeah, we should have grabbed like one Felwar stone or something.
Dude, if we had seen it, I would have said we grab that because most people are gonna play 3 colors, so you're on average gonna get one that you want.
But I will say, I will say, kind of in closing, like, this cube is really cool. Obviously, running it through this program, we get some of the new art and stuff.
I'm working on fixing it. You got to manually select what art style you want, and it's 360 cards. I'm working on it. I'm working
gross.
on it. I know.
But you've done a great job, and I know you were talking about Martin Berlin's original list, and you can definitely tell that it didn't feel like anything was overly represented. There was lots of cool stuff in every color. So I think this is a really cool thing. I can't wait to draft it in real life.
Yeah, we'll have to get together. I know you guys have something coming up here in about 3 days. We'll get something going. I don't know if you looked on Facebook, but Mox Emerald Scott, they're doing just like a locals tournament on May 8th for to test out two factory, 2 workshop, 2 strip.
Yeah.
As a I don't know, like as a test play, as like just to change it up, I guess. So
yeah,
I
mean
that.
That's something that has been talked about in pack rules, and I don't know if I'm not supposed to say that or not, but yeah, it's something that's on the table. We're just always looking to see if we can keep balancing the format, and there has to be some common ground between people that want to play one strip, kind of the mid-rangey combo control stuff, and then people that want to play the 4 strip, real aggro, real low to the ground things. There's gotta be an area in there where people can get the best of both worlds, and I mean you'll get people that throw eggs at you from both sides.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I love the idea of testing things out and just seeing what happens.
Yeah, I'm not in on those conversations. I'll misquote, but probably Sean posted to the Facebook group and was like, "Hey, let's test this out." So I mean, as a 4 strip hardliner, right?
You are definitely on one side of the argument.
I officially cannot have a stance besides playing 4 strips or even more, maybe. But I think it's fine. Like I agree. Like outside of like the just arguing for fun, like I think the 2-2-2 is reasonable. I don't think it's crazy, but I'm also not like the best at playing Magic. But I think that's fine. I haven't looked at the percentages to draw or anything like that.
I will tell you, I look at a lot of deck lists, and I look at some of the deck lists from our Swedish friends who just played NoobCon last weekend, and it makes me kind of water at the mouth looking at their mana bases.
I talked to Seb.
So greedy.
Yeah. I was like, hey, like I think okay. I love Blood Moon. I have like a playset of the dark ones, and I don't think they're playable in a 4 strip environment. Like I just don't think they're as good. Like you just want to play something else because you can just lean on your strip mines. And I was talking to Seb. I was looking at his deck, and I was like, hey, dude, like how good were your Blood Moons? He's like, they're fantastic. And I was like, I bet you they are, because like nobody's playing around it, right? Like you have to disenchant.
Well, if you know that every land that people play is going to be a factory, a library, or a dual land, Blood Moons are going to be pretty good.
Zero basics.
Basics. They're not a lot of because why run basics if you don't have to? If you're not afraid of strip mine, you can just splash for everything. And that is the complaint that I hear from a lot. I mean, look, I got a lot of buddies that are hardliners for 4 strips, and I'm kind of apathetic to the whole argument, except for the fact that I like to play 6 drops. I like to play big, expensive creatures, and like you can't do that. You can't get double stripped and then.
Yeah, you're not going to make it.
Dragon on turn 10, right?
You're not going to make it. Yeah, I I struggle with that too. Like I don't know why, but like my like lizard mind is like when I build a deck, I'm like, okay, Chaos Orb, 4 strip mines. What else am I playing? Like I just there's like I have a sticker on one of my boxes from it, but this is a list I was talking about. How many? Let's see
Yeah.
how many basics he has in this bad boy.
Yeah.
I think he's got like 2. Yeah, two mountains. Sweet, sweet.
Yeah.
Playing
But
ball,
I love
playing ball lightning, by the way.
there's
Like,
8 dual lands and 2 cities of brass and 2 mountains, and
yeah,
that's getting it done. He's playing a full set of Triskelions, full set of ball lightnings, Blood Moon, everything. It's awesome. I
yeah.
see. I
It's a
love it.
winter wonderland of Magic the Gathering, right? You're like, do whatever. Oh, you got the duels? Do whatever you want, my friend. 4 factories? Sure, play them.
It's that beautiful deck. Beautiful deck.
It is. Here's this. This is we're off topic. And if we really want to, we can just cut this part. But here's his other deck. I like this one too. But I don't even think this has a single basic in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because why? There's no need to run basics, right? I do like that the entire sideboard is switching to white cards.
Yeah, well, you can support it because he's playing 4 plats and
probably a couple city brass.
City of brasses.
Yeah. See, I'm the opposite way. Every deck I start with the 5 Moxes, Black Lotus, Soul Ring, and Chaos Orb. So that's 8. And then I start with 4 city brass. Before factory, before anything. Every deck I play, I have 4 city brass just because I can't stand it when I'm holding lightning bolt in my hand and I have, no access to red mana. I just I'll take the damage every time. But that's also why I'm the city brass chain lightning innovator. So.
Oh my god. I'm gonna figure out how to stop sharing the screen. Maybe we'll see how it goes. Yeah, dude. That was fun.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Stop sharing.
Well, cool. So I think the next time you and I I'll try and make it up there for one of those events. But if nothing else, I'm gonna try and get up there at the end of July for the Puget Sound Battleground. Although you were gonna be out of town, right?
I think. Let me look at I have a note that has all my shit going on. I am on Mount Baker July 31st through August 2nd, and then I'm in Chile August 7th through the 13th.
That sounds awesome. That sounds way better than playing Magic, to be honest.
Dude, so I miss Texas, and I can't believe I'd ever fucking say that, but I miss my friends in Texas right now.
Sure.
But the coolest thing about being on the West Coast is if I want to go skiing.
And we just lost Eric. Well, thanks everybody for joining us for the podcast tonight. This is Cam. I think we're gonna sign off here. Say thanks for following along, and if you have any comments, tips, general things you want to say to us, send them to Eric. Have a nice night.